I said in a recent video that grapplers do not need to perform the Olympic lifts. This prompted a number of responses from the judo world, which can only be described as triggered. In today's video, I'm going to try and make a compelling case to you that performing the Olympic lifts simply isn't necessary to achieve even an elite level of physical preparation for grappling. To illustrate why, let's use a medical analogy. And because this is a jiu-jitsu channel, let's talk about steroids. Let's imagine that you go to the doctor with all the symptoms of low testosterone and he or she diagnoses you as such. We know that you should be leaving that doctor's office with a prescription for testosterone. But what kind is it going to be? Injections? Pellets? Patches? Creams? Gels? A spray? The answer is, of course, it depends. Maybe you're scared of needles. Maybe your local pharmacy only has one variety of testosterone, but not another. Maybe you're too forgetful to take anything but a patch or a pellet. Maybe long-acting testosterone pushes up your blood pressure too much. Maybe the gels irritate your skin and give you a rash. What's best for each person depends on the context and an analysis of the relative costs to the benefits. But as long as you get that drug into your system and you dose it appropriately, the method of delivery doesn't matter. The body certainly won't stop responding because you switch from one method of delivery to another. The same is true of exercises. The exercise and apparatus that you choose to use is the method of delivery. The way that you load it and perform it, that's the drug. That's the stuff that matters. So let's remind ourselves about what is supposedly special about the Olympic lifts. 1. Triple extension of the lower limb. 2. Large amounts of force and speed. 3. Gravity decelerates the load so that we don't have to and we're forced to keep pushing throughout the entire rep. 4. Large amounts of eccentric loading during the catch. 5. Rapid switching between contraction and relaxation. Let's look at the Supercat apparatus that I talked about in the BJ Penn video. 1. Triple extension of the lower limb. 2. Large amounts of force and speed. 3. Gravity decelerates the load. 4. Large amounts of eccentric loading during the landing. 5. Rapid switching between contraction and relaxation. We could also achieve the same outcome with things like banded deadlifts, drop jump squats, super heavy medicine ball throws. There's lots of options. The important thing is we've delivered a more or less identical stimulus to the body, albeit via a different method of delivery. The biggest benefit, in my opinion, is that we didn't have to spend anywhere near the same amount of time learning the exercise, so we can start overloading athletes and adapting on day one. And I don't think the brain is clever enough to know the difference between one method of loading and another, and then suddenly stop adapting. Your brain is not even clever enough to know the difference between a headache and a brain tumor. In conclusion, arguing about exercise selection is the reserve of nerd virgins. As long as you nail the loading parameters and dose it correctly, everything else is a cost-benefit analysis. And to be clear, I have trained the Olympic lifts. I have coached the Olympic lifts, and yet, after almost 20 years, I remain unconvinced, and until that changes, I'm not going to use them with the athletes that I train. Commence the rage comments below.